What up, peoples? Yeah, let me get these groups in real quick. Shout out to everybody, man. Everybody tapping in right now. Oh, this is going to be a good one here. Yeah, you don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss no show, to be honest. Because every show we bringing heat. We bringing that smoke every show. Regardless who the hell I got on the show. Real talk. I'm going to get to y'all right now. Let me just, let me get these groups involved. So we don't be the only greedy ones. You know what I mean? I like to share. Feel me? Alright. Before the building. What's up, baby? TGI Friday, man. Oh, we gonna have a good one, man. We got King Felix on deck. You know what it is. Let me know if everything's good, y'all, especially in the East Coast. I know it's raining out there, so let me know if my audio right, if my mouth ain't ahead of the words, etc., man. I'd really appreciate that, man. Yeah, let me let the room fill up. Steve Levine, baby. Sixers up, 65-59. I got him on all three screens. MB, big difference. Miami don't seem to be going inside as much, but we're going to talk about that. Martin Silver in the building, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Don't miss out, y'all. Me and Felix going to handle this whole joint. It's just going to be me and him, and we going to get at it. We got a couple topics we don't agree upon, and we going to hit it, man. Yeah, let me let the room fill up. I can shout people out, then I can just start the show, man. There's a lot to cover, man. Yeah, let me let it fill up. Okay, guys, I'm going to tell y'all a story. Shout out to my man Sess, baby. You already know what it is. Okay, let me start with a story, and then we're going to start the show. This is basically about treating everybody the same. That's the moral of the story. I got an OG in Vegas, man. I like the dude, an Italian dude. And you know the Italian cats are straight shooters. This guy don't play around. So he told me a story where he was driving and he stopped by a light. And there was two homeless cats. Because that's basically what he was trying to do, was find a homeless individual. Found two of them. He had chicken palm in his bag. He gave it to the first dude. He said, yo, here, this is for you. He goes, what is it? He said, it's chicken palm. He said, oh, I don't want no food. He goes, oh, all right. Gave it to the next dude. Next dude took the bag, took out the chicken palm, and there was $20 in the bag. So now he gonna flip on my guy. Yo, you didn't tell me there was money in the bag? I want y'all to do the math to that. Instead of appreciating what he thought was given to him, he's flipping out on the fact that he didn't know there was $20 in the bag. That's what's going on in the world. That right there, if y'all could put that together, life would be a lot easier for you motherfuckers, man. I'm telling you, rewind this shit. I want y'all to hear me clearly. He offered the first dude a chicken palm. He said, I don't want no food. When he gave it to the other dude, the dude took it out the bag and had a 20 on top with the chicken and palm, and he yelling out my man, the one that didn't take it in the beginning. And with that, y'all put that together. Let's start the show, guys. Yes, sir. Al Your Sports, baby. TGI Fridays. You already know, baby. Oh, I got that energy in me, man. We gonna drop it like it's hot. King Felix is ready. I'm ready. We gonna give y'all this work, man. I'm gonna have black on this white joint right here. Dude cause of sweat. I ain't playing around with this shit, man. Shout out to everybody. No drinking and driving. Al Your Sports, the raw truth. Shout out to Lloyd White. Everybody in the building, baby. And I don't use drugs. Whoever said, some dude said I be smoking 10 blunts before my show. Where? I've been drug free for 24 years, dog. That's that pain inside. That I'm just letting out what it is, dog. And I'll break shit down every which way. But listen, it ain't gonna be like that. Let me start the show and we gonna get this shit popping, man. Yeah, let me shut this down real quick. Okay, we gonna start the show. Shout out to my man Red Eye before I say anything. Rest in peace to Red Eye. We all love you, bro. We all love you, man. Go to YouTube, like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Do what you got to do. Continue the good work and put the comments, y'all. Guys, I need y'all to put your comments, man. Especially a lot of y'all that like to talk on Facebook. Put that comment, put it on the YouTube too. I'd appreciate that. Maurice, I see you in the building, baby. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. Nueva York, Nueva York. Shout out to Credit Fix, man. Never too late to get your credit fixed. Inbox me, IG me, email me, al.newyork@yahoo.com. Never too late to get your credit fixed. Need advertisement? Hit me up and I'll hook you up. Hit me up and I'll hook you up. Need instrumentals, B. I got Mac 1, Bishop Brown. Holla at me, I get y'all rappers started. Or you want to be rappers and think you rappers, hit me up and I'll get y'all started with these beats, man. Also, shout out to My J Supreme 3-point contest. Hit them up on My J on Facebook. On My J Supreme on Facebook if you want to enter this contest to win $25K. And then you can take that $25K and you can go shoot against my man, Anderson Hunt, and try to flip that to 50. It's on you, guys. All right, let's get the show started. I'm going to start off by talking about the MLB. How can you start a conversation talking about the MLB without mentioning my New York Yankees, who are 18-7 with a 2.5 game lead in the American League East? Now, I know it's early. I know a lot of y'all going to say, yo, Al, it's early. Listen, I love the fact that we balling, man. We balling, man. We playing with a chip on our shoulder. Aaron Boone's managing with a chip on his shoulder. I'd rather have this route than have all the divas in there jogging to first base and not playing hard. That's real talk. Now, we are short in arms and in bench. We need more bodies. That's a fact. That's a fact. If we're going to continue this onslaught, we're going to have to capture new bodies, especially arms. We need arms. We need starting pitching. But as of right now, we holding fort. But like if you drive a car too much without an oil change, eventually you're going to need an oil change or your engine's going to mess up. So me saying that, we're going to have to make adjustment and add some arms because these guys that are doing it for us, I don't think it's going to do it all year long. That's why we got to capture arms no later than mid-season. Now we're going to the National League East, the New York Mets, 19-9. They came back from a 7-1. They were losing 7-1 to the Phils. Came back, won 8-7 with 7 runs in the ninth. That was insane. Yo, listen, man. I'm not like you Met fans. You guys hate on our Yankees no matter what. If we go to the playoffs, y'all like to take every other team but us. I'm not a Met hater, man. If the Mets are playing good, I'm going to give it up. They're playing good. They got the best staff in, not the best staff in baseball, but top 3. I think the Padres got the best staff. But when DeGrom comes back, I'll put Scherzer and DeGrom against any two in the game of baseball. That's real talk. Let me move on. Boston Celtics would activate Marcus Smart for Game 3. Defensive Player of the Year. A key piece of the Boston Celtics. I told y'all a long time ago. They got rid of 3 guards. Rozier, Kyrie Irving, and Campbell Walker. All of them that I thought were better than Marcus Smart. But now I know why they keep this guy. This guy is as tough as you make him. All over the guy defensively, and he can hit the open 3, and he's starting to develop, faking the 3, going to the hole, and hitting that open man. Marcus Smart's a key element. Though they lost with him Game 1, they won without him Game 2. But if you're a Boston fan, you want Marcus Smart in the lineup. Other news. Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green has been fined $25,000 after basically sticking his going like this to the fans in Memphis. I mean, Draymond got to know better than that. He's the king of technical fouls, but he's got to be careful because there's a certain amount of technicals you can get before you get a 1-game ban, and he got to chill because they need him in Golden State because he's like while everybody can shoot, he's like the dirty work guy. He's the junkyard dog or the Golden State Warriors. So Draymond got to chill with the Techs, be easy, and play some basketball. Other news. San Diego Padres, MLB Baseball got great news. Mike Clevinger's back. They supposedly ace after Tommy John surgery. Clevinger was nice with the Cleveland Indians, who are now the Cleveland Guardians, and now being in that rotation that they got. Oh my Lord, let me name you some names they got. Yu Darvish, Sean Manaea, Blake Snell, Joe Musgrave, Mike Clevinger, Denson Lamet that had a great ERA a couple years ago, and Mackenzie Gore, who's coming out of nowhere, who's 2-0 with a 1.70. They got 6-7 deep in the starting rotation, and that's going to loom huge as you progress down the regular season, because they can flip-flop, give guys off, and throw another quality on. So when they give Clevinger, let's say they skip Clevinger a start, they could bring in another quality on. Padres are stacked, and I think they got enough hitting to compete with the LA Dodgers. Other news. Salute to Dusty Baker picking up his 2,000 win. The 12th individual to do it overall and the first African-American. Salute to Dusty Baker. I always loved me some Dusty Baker when he used to play for the LA Dodgers. I'm so happy for him, and hopefully, you know, he can lead his team and they can do some work like he did last year. I mean, Dusty's a great manager. It's just sad that he's with the Cheestros, but hopefully that'll get off their name and then they can earn their spot and nobody can hate. Clayton Kershaw just passed the strikeout record with 2,697. Passed the great Don Sutton for all-time strikeouts for the Los Angeles Dodgers. I'm just trying to roll through this. Robert Covington just signed a 2-year extension with the LA Clippers. 2 years, 24 M's, a key piece for the Clippers. With PG-13, Kawhi Leonard, hopefully they could come back healthy, because they've been coming up short since Kawhi been over there. Matter of fact, they've been coming up short forever. Even when Doc was over there, before Doc. But with Kawhi, you throw Covington in there. It was a real good forward, a real solid piece. With Morris and company, watch out for the Clippers next year. And last but not least, Tyrann Mathieu, a.k.a. the Honey Badger, went back home to LSU and signed a 3-year deal with the New Orleans Saints. Who that? 3 years, $33 million, $18 million guaranteed. Salute to the Honey Badger. I remember when he had them issues with the synthetic weed earlier in his career. Peterson helped him out. Patrick Peterson, his old teammate, got him to play football, and now the Honey Badger's getting his just due. Salute to the Honey Badger. King Felix, let's go. Had to turn that fan off. That shit started to mess with my voice. Don't go nowhere, guys. It's going to get real, man. We're going to break down these things up real quick. Let me try to get my man. I know the East Coast has a lot of rain going on. I hope that don't, that doesn't stop anything. Okay, I'm trying to get my boy. Let me see if I can get him in. What's up, brother?
What up, my brother? What's happening?
Can you hear me? Is my mouth moving ahead of the words?
Nah, you moving too fast. You good.
Okay, brother. Let's get right to it, Felix. A lot of hungry sports fans. NBA playoffs. Let's start with this series behind me. Sixers winning today. They got MB back. They need MB if they're going to move on from this series. 2-0 Miami. Talk to us about the series. Let's make it quick because we got a lot of subjects. Talk to us.
Well, Miami's the number one seed, so that home court is huge. They did what they're supposed to do, win 2 games at home. But if Philly got any chance, Embiid's got to play. And so he's playing today, and Philly's up. So I still think Miami will win that series, but Embiid can make it close. But like I said, Lowry's he's back. I believe also for the Heat. But I think that, Miami's just too deep, man. I mean, they got the 6th man of the year award winner, hero, PJ Tucker, Morris. That team is just stacked, man.
Yeah, they are very stacked. They still small. If you ask me, they still not big. They bigger than what they were when they went to the bubble championship and lost to the Lakers. I'm still not really sold on them. But I think they will clear the series because not only being, Philly not only being down 2-0, Embiid's not 100%. So he got the finger issue, he got the eye issue. I think it's going to be too much to overcome. Now, if they could get these 2 games in Philadelphia, then they might have a chance. But I think Miami takes one there. I don't know. I just feel like Miami's going to take one, and the series is going to be 3-1. Only chance the Sixers got is to tie it up at Philly. Okay, so we both agree that Miami should move on, correct?
Correct, definitely.
Okay, let's go to series number 2. My most intriguing series, I mean, the Memphis one is really good too, but I think Dub's going to take care of them. But Boston, number 2 seed, Boston versus number 3 seed, Milwaukee. Milwaukee won game 1, 101-89. Boston came back, won game 2, 109-86 without Marcus Smart. Now Marcus Smart's back in the lineup, but yet Milwaukee still don't have no Middleton, who's going to be out for the season. Your take on this series, Felix?
I think Milwaukee got to win both games at home, man. And like you said, Middleton is out. Giannis had I think a triple-double in game 1. I mean, listen, but the thing is, I think Boston is in this series, Boston is the better team. They play more like a unit. Brown and Tatum together, they had like 60 points and they shot 11 for 20 from 3-point. But they're the best defensive team in the playoffs. And Boston is just a better all-around team, and they're clicking. And like you said earlier, they got the Defensive Player of the Year. That kid Smart is an amazing guard. He makes things happen. So I think Milwaukee has to win both games at home if they want any chance.
Well, I'm not going to sleep on the champions. After seeing game 1, seeing how they just took over that game, and I've seen a lot of that team that they didn't lose much, even without P.J. Tucker or Middleton playing that game 1. But the thing is, can they put out that effort on a consistent basis? I don't think so. I can see the effort, but I don't see the accuracy. So if those, like I told Big Dog, if they hit their threes, they're going to win all the games that they hit. If they shoot them high percentage. Because they're going to get there inside with Giannis. You know what I mean? You got the big boy. What's his name? The Portis. Portis is doing his thing.
Portis.
Brook, I know Brook shoot the threes, but Brook is playing a lot of inside. They're going to get their inside point. But if they get Matthews to get off, Connaughton to get off, you know what I mean? And they just hit their three. What's the young guy? Grayson Allen. If dumb guys can hit, bro, watch out. But I'm going to say Boston at 7. I'm going to hold my guns to the Celtics on this series, but I won't be surprised if Milwaukee win at all, bro. Any last thing before we go to the next series?
No. Like you said, I like Boston in that series, but I think like I said, Milwaukee has to win their games at home for this to be a close series. But I got Boston winning this in 7 games.
Right. Basically, okay. Western Conference, Phoenix Suns early 2-zip lead. I think now you're starting to see, when I said earlier that Dallas don't got no stars beside Luka, who I'm going to say top 50 now. But when it's all said and done, he's going to be top 5. But I don't want to sound crazy, so I took it down and I put 50 so I don't sound crazy, y'all. But I see something that I seen in Mike, that I seen in AI, way before a lot of people seen it. So people going to think I'm crazy now. But it's just too much that Luka has to do. They're a great team. Overall, they all play their roles. But you know and I know you need superstars to do superstar things in big games. And Phoenix has that. With CP3, Ayton slowly starting to develop as a real star. And, of course, Devin Booker. Your take on this series, is this series over? Or you think the Mavs can maybe get a game or 2?
The Mavs maybe can get a game, but this series for me, it's Suns. They're gonna win it. They can win it in 4 games, no more than 5. But like you said, man, after Luka, I mean, their next best scorer was Jalen Brunson this year. But
he's
but
not
they're
even
outgunned, man.
You know how you got the
Yeah.
dream team, you got, you know, the
Mhm.
3, the 4. Brunson wouldn't even be a 4. Tim Hardaway Jr. wouldn't even be a 4. That's
Right,
why what
right,
Luke is
right.
doing is just so incredible, where he's got these guys all playing over their heads. But the train
Exactly.
stops here, unfortunately. They beat Utah.
I
I don't know how
agree.
they did that. But they're not going to beat the
This
Suns. Forget.
this is the out of all the series, this one is like the easiest one. Like, to pick. The Suns should eliminate them. Like I said, 4 or 5
Don't
games.
be surprised the Mavs come out that they ain't get them. I'm just telling you. Don't be
We'll see.
surprised the Mavs come out tonight and get them. Okay, let's go to the last series. The most fun series to watch. To me, the most intriguing is Boston, Milwaukee. But this is like fun. This is where you get the popcorn out, you get your drink out, and you just watch Morant and Curry do their thing on each side of the court. Your prediction on this series and what you think of this series, because I really like this series.
This is my best series too, man. This is one it's like must watch TV. Listen, Morant, you can actually say Morant is probably the best player on the court. For the most part, that kid is talented. He does everything. But the thing is that the Warriors are just experienced. They got more weapons. They've been there, and you know what I'm saying. And Morant can't score 48, 49, 50 points every night. He needs other guys to step up. But like I said,
Bane
Jaren,
been MIA. They got to get Bane back in the game.
Jaren
threes and all that, but he hasn't been nowhere around, and they need to get Bane off. But they've been having production from other guys though.
Exactly. Well, Jaren Jackson, Brooks. He's got to step up. But, listen, but the thing about Memphis is it reminds you of a young Warriors team. Like when the Warriors first came up
I know
and
what
started,
you're saying. Exciting, running,
exciting. Guys making names for themselves. So you know what? And this team is only going to get better, man. But I just think the Warriors are just, they're just above them. So I like the Warriors winning this. But I'll tell you this. This is a series where I always say, when you have 2 good teams, listen, it's tied 1-1. I'm going ahead, and I'm talking about Game 5. That's the pivotal game in this series because you're gonna leave Golden State either 2-2, and which means Game 5 in Memphis is gonna be big, or someone's gonna be 3-1, which means there's an elimination game in Game 5. In Memphis, but like I said, this series is awesome. But I just think Golden State got they got Poole, Thomas. You have Wiggins.
That kid Poole is so good. I didn't know how good this guy was. Now the loss of Gary Payton II is huge because he represents their defense.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of people see Golden State as just offense. No, they got defense too with Peyton, Poole, Draymond. Even Klay Thompson moves his feet.
Klay Thompson's good defensive
You
player.
understand what I'm saying? So they're not just offensive minded, but like you said, experience, the fact they can play both sides. It's a matter of time that they're gonna not. But Morant's gonna make it so fun, dog. He's gonna win another game or 2. I can just see it, but it's not gonna be enough to knock out Dub Nation.
Exactly. Right. Okay? Right. And we're gonna have the matchup. I mean, I've been saying the Suns and the Warriors. That's gonna be an amazing matchup, man. In the Western Conference.
Indeed. I can't wait if that goes like that. I can't wait. Let's jump topics real quick. But before I do that, salute to the NBA and another magnificent playoff. I mean, it's still very young. And I'm just loving it. I can't lie. I'm just loving it. Okay, let's go to a different topic. You wanted to talk about La La Land. You told me something interesting. I want you to tell my viewers what you told me. Chuck Thomas in the building. Big Ben in the building. I love you all, man. Tell everybody what you were saying about the Lakers and what they should do.
I mean, I mean, it's out there from a few other analysts in sports and in basketball, but I said it a
Yo,
couple of
stop
weeks
hedging your
ago.
bet.
I said,
Just say what you're gonna say.
listen.
Stop
I
hedging your
think
bet.
the Lakers, if I'm the general manager, I listen, the Lakers are not even in the top 5 in the Western Conference right now. They're not even. Even with LeBron James. LeBron James getting older, even though he could still ball. But if you see, he's sitting out some games the last couple of years because of injuries. He's not, he ain't gonna be around, in 2 or 3 years. I don't think so. I think his value is so high still. I think the best
He
move
had a
for the
great year.
Lakers
He had
is
a
to
superior
trade.
year.
Yeah, he averaged 30 points a game. But
Superior
I
year.
think, listen, I think as an organization, you have to. He's your best piece to trade to get value, and it's a better time to do it now. Don't wait any longer. But I think listen, he signed a 4-year, $153 million, and then he did an extension, another 2 years for $85 million. I think it takes him into 2023, 2024. But I don't think he has a no trade clause. But I would try to unload him. I would try to trade him. Listen, next year he's due $44.5 million. So I know
Real
there's
quick. We're gonna go one name at a time. Where would be a
yeah.
good fit for LeBron if they did trade him?
Well, listen, Dallas match him up with Luka because Dallas can afford him. And then
Do
listen,
they got
maybe
enough
San
pieces to
Antonio.
give up though? I just told you they ain't got nobody but Luka.
I,
I
I
don't
think
think
I
Lakers are
think
gonna
listen.
just want draft picks.
I hear you, but you know what? So you listen for the Lakers to fix the mess they're in because they're so over the cap. They're like $60 million over the cap. They're going to have to eat some of that money, or they're going to have to cut their losses. But I think if you trade LeBron James for maybe a player and some picks, and then you free up some of that money,
So what do you do
you know
with
what I'm saying?
Anthony Davis? What do you do with Russell Westbrook?
Well, I think if you could, you unload all 3. I think you got to get rid of those 3 guys. You got to rebuild, man. I
I
think the
think I
Lakers
keep
need.
Anthony Davis because I know he's injury prone. A lot of people upset with Anthony. But I think Anthony, if he can stay healthy, still got a lot of games. Like I remember 2 years ago, I was saying him and Giannis are like the best, in the game or best big mans of the game. But the fact that he's been injury prone has had me and a lot of other people fade him. We've been fading him because of the
Right.
injuries. But if Anthony Davis, let's say if you could get him to Boston or to Dallas, they championship caliber right off the rip with Anthony Davis.
It's true, but you know what? You can't trust him. He's been so injured
Right.
prone lately, and he's owed a lot. He's getting a lot of money the next couple of years. Also, the Lakers got 3 players that are going to be getting over $40 million within the next year or 2.
Well,
Between
there's no question you're going to have to eat at least after that contract.
Exactly.
So whatever they fit
But I'm
Russell
saying,
to, they are not going to pay
right.
Russell 40 plus. You got to be
But
nuts if you're an organization and you pay Russell that. I could see a team
now,
like Charlotte maybe give him 20 out that money. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Something like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'll tell you this. Listen, I want to say something about LeBron James. I mean, he gets criticized for a lot of things, but I think there's one organization that he can go to where he be king of the city, and if he brings a championship to that city, oh my God, he would do something that Jordan never did, and he would be looked at differently in the eyes of many, and that's the New York Knicks. Listen, it's not. That's not
He ain't
a
going. No, he
reality.
ain't going to New York. Let me tell you something.
But if you
Listen,
think about it,
LeBron's
if
not going
LeBron,
nowhere to carry a whole team on his back, dog. And that's
but
what he's
I'm
going to
just
have to do.
saying
But we're going to have to unload
that.
all our good young guys. That's not going to happen.
But the Knicks, listen, the Knicks don't have to give up
A
everybody.
good
They
place
got
for
picks,
LeBron
but I'm
James.
just
Listen,
saying.
he's gonna. They're gonna criticize him, like they did when he went
Right.
to Miami, when he went to the Lakers, Golden State, Dallas.
Mhm. Well, Golden State. I
76ers
think Golden.
maybe. You know what I'm saying?
I think
But wherever he
I think
goes,
Golden.
he's gonna get criticized because he's gonna jump in
Right.
an already great situation. Because he's not gonna go to the Knicks. I mean, Cleveland wouldn't be that bad because they really good.
I'm
Cleveland
but
got some
I
young
don't think
studs, but I don't know
Cleveland
how
don't
we
want him.
deal with him again.
Cleveland don't want him, man.
Yeah,
Cleveland.
I don't think the
I don't
boss
think they
wants him
want him.
back. He downed off on
Exactly.
him twice, but at least LeBron got him some jewelry before he left the last time.
Yeah, but most likely what they'll bank on is a healthy Anthony Davis and hope that he can stay healthy in the year and try it again with LeBron. But they definitely need other pieces. But I still don't see that team, even with Anthony Davis and LeBron, even being top 3 in the West
Okay,
next
I
year.
got you. Let's move on.
You know?
We don't want to overcook no grits. Chuck Thomas just said, anywhere in the East, easy road to the championship. Do you agree with him? Especially the top teams. The top team, not the Knicks. The top teams.
I mean, the East, yeah. I mean, the East.
Listen, he go to Milwaukee, 76ers, Miami. They go to the championship, bottom line.
Right. They're favorite, definitely.
Okay, let's move on, Felix. NFL draft. I'm going to give you names that your Pittsburgh Steelers picked up, and I want you to educate all of us on what they bring to your organization. Fair enough?
Fair enough, man.
Number 1 pick for them, QB quarterback, Kenny Pickett. I mean,
he was the best quarterback in the draft. So, I mean, I think he's the real deal. You know what? I always say that with quarterbacks, you never know what you're going to get. But, I mean, if you look at his backstory, he fits perfectly for the mold of a Steeler quarterback. I mean, he's 6'3", 217
you're a funny
pounds.
guy, right? Everything you're saying, I told you, but you wanted Willis. And now you're going to ride with my story and act like you telling my story and get all the credit. I like how you do this, Felix. I'm admiring you right now. Everything you say now, I told you before the draft when you wanted Willis. You said, I want Willis.
Listen, I wanted Malik Willis, but the thing is, I said either one would be fine. But like I said, we got Kenny Pickett. I'm happy with that. And, I hope that in camp and during the exhibition games that he wins out and shows that, wow, he's ready to step in. But I think he'll take over the team next year automatically, or maybe play or come in at some point this season. Yeah. But I like
they had to pick him up, especially when they whiffed on Dan Marino. You can't whiff twice. Pick is very accurate, little hands. But what I like about him, he doesn't lose the ball. He's very accurate, great touch passer, and can run on a 3rd and 7 for the first down.
Exactly.
So he extends, the possession. That's what I like about him.
Right.
Next thing, George Pickens, wide receiver. What he brings to you.
I love that. Listen, people don't realize George Pickens from Georgia was the number 1 receiver in college coming into the year. Number 1, the best, but he got hurt. He played 1 game, caught 5 catches for 100-something yards, and that was it. So that's why he dropped in the draft.
This guy can ball. He can ball out.
But this guy, he's considered he could be an NFL number 1. A receiver. So now with him and Deontay Johnson and Claypool, oh my God, they got three good receivers. Pickens, man, he has speed. He's good at catching awkward, balls in areas where he can outbeat the defenders. I mean, it's a very good pick, man, because like I said, he could be a number 1.
Great hands, shifts his body very well, and is difficult to defend. Pick number 3, defensive end, DeMarvin Leal.
Yeah, I mean, that pick was basically, he's work in progress. From what I understand, he's strong coming off the edge. Strong. He needs to work on his quickness, but he's good on the run, and he's also he can hold his own. You know what I'm saying? But the guy's 6'4", 285 pounds. Yeah. But the Steelers got Stephon Tuitt, and they also got Alelu, 2 guys that were out last year. So you don't know what you're going to get from these guys. So I think it's a good pickup to fill that position and the depth chart to have an extra extra
He's
body.
big. He has size. He's great against the run. Very slow on the edge, though. Very slow on the edge.
He needs to work on his speed.
Four. Wide receiver, Calvin Austin, the second.
I love it. This kid's going to get a lot of playing time. He's going to be good in the slot. He runs a 4.32. He's only 5'8", 170 pounds. And what I love the best is that we took him away from Baltimore. Baltimore was ready to snatch him up. And when they heard the Steelers took him, you can hear Baltimore Ravens camp yelling and screaming and cursing. They were upset because that was their next pick.
Okay.
And
let's move on. We got a lot more to cover. Fullback.
Keep it going.
Pick, Tannehill.
That's Hayward's brother, man. All right. I mean, remains to be seen because we also got T.J. Watt's brother, who's a fullback. But I think they're going to use Connor Hayward as special teams and also tight end. So he's very athletic. So we'll see.
They said he's great with the pass blocking. So if you throw it on third down, they said he's really good in blocking on third down. So if Pickett drops back, you got another man to block for him. So that looms huge because you got a lot of receivers out there. So the more time, the merrier. You know how that works.
Exactly.
Okay, real quick, outside linebacker, Mark Robinson.
Mark Robinson he's a smart linebacker, very smart, knows how to play the position. He's basically to fill in, the roster. Hopefully he'll make the team, but if not, he'll be on the practice squad. But the thing is, the Steelers needed a little depth at the linebacker position, right. So he was the best one available at that time. So from Ole Miss. So like I said, it remains to be seen with some guys, and I trust when the Steelers draft. I always say the Steelers always draft very well. Right. So they know what they're doing.
He's short with little arms, kind of like A.J. Dewey. Remember the old A.J. Dewey? Not like he died. I mean, the A.J. Dewey to play with the Miami Dolphins. Short with little arms, but they said he makes all the tackles. So that's pretty good there. Okay, last but not least, Chris Oladokun, QB, talk to us. I have no clue who this guy is.
Listen, he's from South Dakota State, man. He had a passing rating of 149. He threw 25 touchdowns. Listen, he's 6'2", 200 pounds. But the thing is this: he was ranked in the top 20 in college in quarterbacks. Now, like any quarterback, Brady was a 6th-round pick, so you never know what you get with quarterbacks. So
Chuck Thomas said he's just a body.
Listen, he'll probably be the third string. The quarterback on the practice squad, filling in as a backup.
He's gonna be in practice squad. You guys got a lot of quarterbacks, even though even though you lost, Dwayne Hopkins, rest in peace, Dwayne Hopkins, but you guys are still deep. You might get rid of Rudolph, from my understanding, right? Rudolph might want to go elsewhere. I think they'll probably trade him at some point this season for a pick, a 2023 pick for somebody. Real quick, what you grade them, and don't be biased because that's your team. What's your grade on a Steelers draft?
I'm going to be honest with you. They're not. I give this maybe a C+.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a C+.
You said B+. You said a C+.
No, I say a C+ because it remains to be seen with a lot of these guys. I like Kenny Pickett. I really hope he is what we hope that he can become a franchise quarterback. But the best pick that I know that's it's going to be a certain stud is George Pickens, the wide receiver from
Chuck
Georgia.
Thomas saying Austin's better than him.
Well, that was my second pick. That as far as that he's going to help the team instantly. Calvin Austin is going to be a great slot wide receiver. I see him as the 4th wide receiver. And, if the Steelers go 3 or 4 receivers, he can be in there in the mix as well. But I think the Steelers did well. And listen, if you look at the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers, nobody drafts receivers better than them. Star Wars Swan, Antonio Brown, Plexico Burress, Mike Wallace, Santonio Holmes, Emmanuel Sanders. I can go on, but they draft receivers well.
NFL game, The Pittsburgh Steelers always been top heavy in receivers. I mean, I can mention
but they draft well.
Team. I can mention Louis Lips. Remember Louis Lips?
That's right.
I mean, you guys always got guys. Octavius Bryant. I mean,
yeah, that's right.
Burris. I mean, you guys always got receivers.
Randall L. We always draft great receivers. So I'm very confident the Steelers got it right again with these two guys. So that's going to help the offense.
And the key is y'all didn't have to move up to get your guy.
Exactly. We didn't have to trade no picks on nobody.
Harris fell right in your lap. You didn't have to move up for him either. So
that's right.
Things are starting to pan out in Steel City. But the thing is, you guys are very injury prone over there, man. And every year, I mean, everybody gets hurt. Let's make it clear. But you guys be having tons of guys, kind of like the 49ers. You guys be beat up just like the 49ers, man.
Right.
This season, 49ers got 7 out of the 11 starters hurt on defense. Always, every year.
Yeah. I mean, if I got to say that,
last topic, but get
okay, now, but I got to say that if I have a concern with the Steelers, it's always the offensive line until that unit shows, cohesiveness and they can play together. But that, like any other team, offensive line is everything in football. Go ahead.
Okay. This last topic, me and you disagree on. So this is why I love it. So the people's now, they know we're going to be going against each other on this right here. Going to the NFL. Tennessee Titans quarterback Ryan Tannehill said that his job is not to help or mentor the rookie quarterback Malik Willis. Oh, he had a bunch of shit come at him when he said that. But you got a different theory. Talk to us on what Felix Jacino has. What do you have for us?
Listen, first of all, when they drafted Malik Willis, Tannehill called him to congratulate him. Let's make that clear. But Tannehill's right. Listen, you got to remember, in the history of the NFL, the quarterback is the most selfish player on a team because there's only 32 jobs, 32 starting quarterbacks. And you know what? The life of a quarterback in the NFL moves very fast. So Tannehill's 34 years old. He's getting paid $29 million this year. He's still feeling the effects of that bad loss against Cincinnati in the playoffs last year. And you know what? That's gotta be like, for a quarterback in the NFL, the worst thing is when the team drafts another quarterback, because that's sending some sort of a message. It's a mental part.
So you justifying what he's saying?
I'm justifying it. You know why? Because let me tell you something. Montana did it to Steve Young. Brett Favre did it to Aaron Rodgers. Brady did it to Jimmy G. Rodgers did it again to Jordan Love. That's something that,
your book.
Listen, it's the mentality of these guys. They're not there to help the guy.
Hold on, let me freeze you.
Let
me give an update. Sixers won by 20, 99-79. Let me freeze you. All these guys you mentioned were really good quarterbacks in college. They came in supposed to be studs. Am I right or wrong?
Right, you're right.
Tannehill was a wide receiver. You're going to tell me that everybody and their mother didn't help that guy? Everybody and their mother helped him out.
Listen, we're talking about
wide receiver. You're not listening to me. Wide receiver. That means every coach helped that man out. Players helped that man out. So how can you be so hypocritical knowing that you got a young African-American guy who they picked him way late? He was supposed to go way early. He could have showed class and said, you know what? I don't like where they picked him at. You know, they kind of skipped this guy, got great talent. I'm going to do what it takes to help this young boy as the leader of my team. As the leader. A leader don't do that, Felix. You know that.
Listen, I don't think Tannehill said anything wrong. All he said was, all Tannehill said was, it was not his job to mentor the rookie Malik Willis, which is true.
Now, though, you don't say that.
Listen.
Yo, he could have took it. He choked so bad that last game. That's the last thing he needed to say. He threw like 3 interceptions before the first half. Then he talked about he need a doctor or a consultant to help his brain. Come on, dog. You could at least say, you know what, to make Tennessee happy, to make the NFL people, myself, yourself, you know what, even though it's my job, they pay me to do this, I'm going to show some class, and I'm going to take this young boy under the wing. You know how far that would have took him? Now this young boy going to take his spot. I'll put money on it. By 1 year, he's going to take his spot. Not immediately, but within 1 year, Willis will be the quarterback of the Titans. Guaranteed. Because that gave that young boy so much motivation. Not to mention, he should have went number 8 to Carolina. And then what he ended up going? What 50-something?
Third round.
Look at that. That kid's coming in with a chip on his shoulder. And you know him because you followed him, you told me.
I like Malik Willis.
So why
I wanted him to go to Pittsburgh. Because I'm just saying that as a starting quarterback in the National Football League, you know what? You're the that's the most selfish position, and rightly so, because there's only 32 jobs. And you know what? A starting quarterback has to have that mentality. You have to be a little selfish. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with a quarterback who runs the team, to have a little bit of selfishness because he wants to keep his job. And you know what? With respect, I'm not saying Tannehill is going to go there and disrespect this kid and treat him terrible. I'm sure that's not going to happen. He was the first one to congratulate him. What I'm saying is, the best man wins.
You don't know about the dagger. Remember Michael Jordan? He'll shake everybody's hand. I wish you a great game, right? Say all the nice things.
Mm-hmm.
When that game started, what happened? All Tannehill had to do is say all the right things, go to practice, and show out. That's it. Make it personal on the field. But say the right thing, and also help him out. I'm not saying just to say it and don't do it. No, help him out. But when you on the field and you got the ball in your hand, you go out there and you show that organization you're the number 1 quarterback. Yeah. Help the young boy. Don't say it's not your duty to mentor him. What teammate does that? That's shit that Ted Johnson, Terrell Owens, and OBJ would say. I didn't expect that from Tannehill, dog.
Listen. Montana did it to Young. If you know the story, he treated him like crap, like shit. And also, Favre did it to Rodgers. Brady did it to Jimmy G. He got him traded. Come on. So that's the mentality of some of these quarterbacks, that they feel threatened. That's their rice and beans. That's their food on the table. They don't want no one else to come in and get drafted and be, especially when they know the guy can, take his job. But the thing is this. Okay, it's a motivation for Malik Willis. But you know what? The best man is always going to be the quarterback. Best man wins. So it is what it is. You remind me
of a little Skip Bayless right now. I don't bring all these trainers, and you still ain't going to throw the flag. And I give it to you. You're like a little Skip Bayless right now. You're not going to throw the flag. You're going to keep fighting. Even though you got all the odds against you, you still going to fight, right?
I'm not agreeing with you. I don't think Tannehill said anything that's out of place. And he said it respectfully. And he even congratulated the guy.
This is where we disagree. I think that was one of the worst things he could have said. Especially having that bad game. It's one thing if he lit him up in the AFC. Then, you know what? He that dude. But when you come up short and you lose the first home game to Cincinnati that you would favor like what? 4 or 5 points? And you fucking, and he didn't even show up, dog. Tannehill didn't even show up. He had like 1 good quarter. A.J. Brown made an incredible catch for him. All the props to A.J. Brown on that catch. Because he caught it with 1 hand, just like that. Boom, in the end zone. He did not show up. He needs to be on some apologetic shit right now. On some, you know what? I'm going to bring the young boy in. So the organization knows, you know what? Even though this guy didn't show up, we love him.
We love him. But you don't say I'm not going to mentor him. Come on,
He
Felix.
said he said that that's not his job to mentor him. He didn't say I'm not going to.
That's what you're saying.
It's not his job.
That's
It's
what
not
he's
his
saying.
job.
It's not my job. That means,
Okay,
okay, listen,
right.
hold up. Me and you are working as porters. There's some garbage a little beyond the property that, we working on. But it's really close to the property. And I go, yo, that's not my job to clean that. No, you grab that garbage and you throw it out, dog. What's so hard about that? All he had to do was, listen, I usually don't do this, but I'm going to help the young boy as much as I could. But he better believe I'm fighting for my job. I would have been good with that. But don't say it's not your job, dog. And
it's not the same thing.
He stuck up the joint in that playoff game. I'm going to play that shit tonight again. And I'm going to send it to you, the link, so you can see how bad he stunk up the joint. Come on, dog.
Listen. I know how.
4 minutes before we do the giveaway, I gave Pittsburgh Steelers, I think I said I gave them a B minus. I think they got a couple plays that could really pan out. And in the back end, they probably won't make the squad. But if 3 of those plays pan out, that's a hell of a draft. Especially if they crack the starting lineup. They crack the starting lineup. That's a hell of a draft. Any last words you want to say? You got about 3 minutes. Talk about whatever you want. Because you like to talk on the phone. Let's see if you can talk for 3 minutes right now. The floor is yours. I'm done with you right now. Go ahead.
Listen, just to talk about a little baseball, like I agree with you that the Yankees, it's good to come out to a good lead because it's a long season, and I really am surprised of how good they're playing. But you know what? They're top 2, top 3 in hitting, they're top in fielding, and the best thing about this Yankee team is that they're one of 2 teams. Them and the Dodgers with ERA under 3. But their pitching has been amazing, especially their bullpen. So, but we do need more arms, more quality starting pitching, and I think we need another bat, especially if we can get a catcher or somebody that can, another left-handed hitter, that'll be great. But baseball's a long season, man.
Okay, let me ask you something. Are you happy with the production we getting from the catchers that we have?
By committee, yeah, there's times that kid Trevino, has a good game, and then I like how they mix it up, and you have to do that.
And
I don't think you can use
a chip on his shoulder. Remember, we really didn't do nothing.
Right, because they're not supposed
Gonzalez, like we didn't really do anything.
Yeah,
and that little shortstop from Minnesota, we didn't do nothing.
Right, and Torres is hitting. And he needs to hit because we need his bat, and if he's gonna play a little shortstop, we need him to hit because the other shortstop is much better defensively. So I mean, I think Boone is keeping Torres in there than taking him out late in games. But it remains to be seen. But like I said, you need career years from some of these guys, and they're getting it. But it's a long season. But let's see what happens, man. But
what I'm afraid with the Steinbrenners? Because it's established that they cheap. It's established.
Well, then I won't spend no money.
Now, the team goes in, let's say, in first place in the All-Star break, but aficionados like you and myself and a lot of other people looking at the show, we know we have to stack up. You know what I mean? Because we know that we got a second half plus playoffs possibility, right? I think they're going to be like, oh, we good. We won the first half, so why do we got to fix anything? No, that's not the mentality. We got to at least pick up some arms.
Exactly.
At least a couple of quality arms. You don't get a hitter, I can live with that. But we got to get some arms.
Let's see what teams are out of contention that are willing to part with their best pitchers. But with the extra wild card, it's hard because teams are going to hold on to guys longer. And you pass the trade deadline. So, you know, it was the time to get these arms was in the off season.
Right.
So,
Felix,
like I said,
days with you about this. We got to start the giveaway. Say your last words. Appreciate you. Great job as always, my brother. I'm just don't understand how you took Tannehill's side. But that's why we had a debate. That's the beauty about this. Like I said, opinions are like anos. Everybody got one, dog. But again, close it up, and I got to start the show.
I'm sure when the season starts, you'll see Tennessee on the sidelines. You'll see Tannehill and Malik Willis like brothers, man. But it's all part of competition. And remember, it's a job. But listen, man, I love you, my brother. Peace. I love seeing you do your thing, and looking forward to the next time.
Great job, brother. Tell your wife hello. Enjoy your night. Be careful out there. It's raining. No drinking and driving. We'll get back up, baby. Okay, King Felix, baby. All right, guy. That's my guy there, man. He steps up when called upon, and that's all that matters to me. Whether we agree or disagree, let's start our show, the giveaways. Good luck to everybody. And like I said, all I can do is marinate the meat, and whatever comes out, I got no control of. Let's get this started. Give me a minute. Oh, no, they caught me with that commercial again. Give me a minute, guys. Hold up, guys. Give me a minute. They caught me with that commercial again. They had me all set up. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Giveaway 1 and 2 coming up. Round 2. The leaders, Raul, with 4 wins, and you got some 2 wins, 1 win. Raul got the lead 1 through 20. Let's get it cracking. TGI Friday, everybody. Have fun, but be smart about it. Be smart about it. Okay, 1 through 20. Let me put this right here. Move this up so everybody get a good look. Okay, here we go. Giveaway 1. Gotta marinate this. I gotta make sure that all the balls are equally marinated. So when it spits out, ain't nobody saying nothing. Here we go. Got a winner, baby. I know y'all see it. Here we go. Give away 1 winner. Number 16. 16, give away 1 winner. It's Raul again. Y'all seen it, man. The guy, nobody gets off to a start like Raul. I swear to God. The thing is, he has to finish. He just won his 5th win right now. 5th. He did the same thing on the last one, but didn't win it all. Miss just won it all. But he's up 5 to everybody's 2 and 1. Wow. It's crazy how much luck this dude got. I'm making new gear now so I can send him new stuff. That's insane, y'all. With that kind of luck, you should be in the casino. Raul, with that kind of luck, you should be in the casino, dog. 21 through 40 now. got 5 wins. Still needs 5 more, though. It's not easy, I promise you. It's not easy because at the last time, he was up the whole way and did not close. Like I said, Miss Jess slid up behind him, caught him, passed him like a horse race. He led the whole race like this. She came back and got that ass late. So like I said, it ain't over, but he's got a big lead. 5 to everybody's 2-1. Let's go. Giveaway 2. Round 2. Numbers 21 through 40. Let's get it cracking. Here we go. Here we go. We got a winner. We got a winner. $28. 28 is your second winner. That'll be my boy Big Oscar, who was ducking me all week to play. Ain't that a bitch? He worked with me, ducking me all week, ducking me. I kept inboxing him. He kept telling me I want to play. I want inboxing. He didn't play. He finally took the number 28 and it hit. I think it's his first win in round 2. Salute the Big O. I told you, O. F with me, man. F with me. Let me put this away, guys. Give y'all the summary, and we're going to keep it moving. Hold up, guys. I got to get some help over here. Give y'all a quick summary, and we done. Okay. Wow, another great show. Thank you guys for staying tuned in. Highly appreciated. And like I said, y'all know y'all gonna get this work every time. And the day I tell y'all I don't give y'all the work, you inbox me or you IG me and you let me know about it. But that ain't never gonna happen because I'm always gonna give y'all everything I got. That's the bottom line. Salute to Raul. I don't know what to say. The guy's just smoking hot. I might need some of his numbers. I'm gonna just call you, shoot me numbers and just bet it somewhere or something because he comes out smoking. Second time he shot to 5 wins way before everybody. I don't know how that's even possible. It's not like he's playing 4, 5, 6 numbers. He plays about 2, 3 numbers. That's it. Out of 40 slots. How do you win so much? I don't know. If I knew that, I'll give y'all the answer. But salute to him. A very big Al York sports fan. I love him, and I'm happy for him. Got his 5th win today. And then Big O, who, like I said, didn't want to play. I got jokes on him when I see him. He got his first win in the 2nd round. Now he can get the hat that he wanted. I'm happy for Big O. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Great job, King Felix. Always stepping up. I had about 3, 4 individuals this week. One during a marriage. I had one that just, you know, his mind ain't right. He's got to get his money right. You know, I'm not giving y'all no name. They just busy. They busy. I got people that I had on too much consecutive weeks. I couldn't continue to do that. But what I love is that no matter what, even if I got to be here myself, I promise y'all going to get a hell of a show. Because that's all I care about. I don't care about nothing else. Everything else will come. Everything else will follow. You put out a great show. You put out great work. You do great things. Things will come and follow behind that. And back to the saying, like I said earlier, when the OG told me treat everybody the same, I love that story. Try to give the guy chicken palm. The guy was like, I don't want no food. I want money. He was a homeless guy. He said, okay. He gave it to the other homeless guy. Took out the chicken palm. There was a $20 on top. And he's going to argue with my man why my man didn't tell him about the $20. Ain't that some shit? And until we fix that in the way of living, it's always going to be bugged out here. And that's why I tell y'all peoples, man, you know, do right. Just do right by people. I try to do right as much as possible. Now, you cross me, all that's off the table. The deal is off the table once you cross. But don't cross nobody, man. Live your life. Let people live. You know, strive for what you want. Stay out of people's business. Do what you need to do. I'm not here trying to be no preacher. I'm just here trying to kick y'all a little bit of what I know, and that's been working for me. And with that, Al York Sports, The Raw Truth, TGI Friday, no drinking and driving. One love. Love you all, man. I really do.